Okay, here we're going to do a scenario from start to finish. We're not going to be given the average daily balance. We're actually going to be asked to find the cost of using the credit and what would Coulter's new balance be. Finding new balance. Finding the new balance. This is a new concept for us. So how do I find the new balance? Page 2 of the notes. Of course, I'm going to upload this to Canvas so you guys can see the finished product as well. But I want you guys to understand where all this comes from. So let's read this. Coulter had a previous balance of $1,500 on April 1st. He bought a pair of shoes on April 12th for $150. He made a payment of $300 on April 15th. He then purchased a PS4 controller and game on April 25th for $120. His credit card had an APR of 17.99%. What was Coulter's cost of using credit for the month of April? And what would Coulter's new balance be next month? Okay, finding the new balance. Okay, we're going to have to find that at the end. We're going to have to find the finance charge. Now, this unit is all about finding finance charge. What was Coulter's ending balance on the 30th? We're going to answer these questions over here after we've solved for finance charge, and then we're going to find our new balance. So let's start with this. Step 1. We need to find average daily balance. How do we do that? That's why we have a calendar there. I know it's small, but we got plenty of room to work. Okay, so we start with 1,500. That's his previous balance. So I got 1,500 right there. We got daily balance here. It's going to be 1,500. I'm going to put an X here because I'm not going to count that day. We got 1,500 all the way to the 12th, it looks like. So it's 1,500. I'm just going to circle that, and I'm going to go like this with an arrow. All the way, I'm going to circle the 15th. The 12th, right? The 12th. I'm going to circle the 12th. And I'm going to go all the way here. That's going to be 1,500 all the way to that. Okay? Then he added $150 because he bought some shoes. So 1,500 plus 150 plus 150, because remember on purchases we add, payments we subtract. So on the 12th, we start with a daily balance of $1,650 because he made a purchase there, right? Now he made a payment on the 15th. So I'm going to go right over here. So we got $1,650 all the way to here. $1,650 for 3 days. But then he made a payment. So we have $1,650. So I got $1,650. How much was his payment? His payment was $300. So we're going to minus $300, right? Because we're going to take that off his balance. Minus $300. We have $1,350 here. Okay, and so now when's our next purchase? So we made a payment there, then he purchased on the 25th. So it's going to be $1,350 all the way to the 25th. And on the 25th, he made that purchase for the PS4 controller, right? So I got $1,350. I got $1,350 plus, how much was that? $120. $120. So I got $1,470. $1,470. And it's going to be $1,470 for the rest of the month. So he ends the month with $1,470. Okay? Now, what we're looking at here is finding average daily balance. And if you remember, we have to add up each one of these days, how much it had in it for each days, and divide it by the number of billing days, which is 30. So we're going to do this 1,500, okay? So we're going to be very careful how we do this, okay? So we're going to do the 1,500. So let's count how many days. Do not count the last month. Let's count on the first. So 1,500. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, right? And then how many days had 1,650? I have 1, 2, 3. And I got a plus. And what's my next one? 1,350. How many days is 1,350? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus, we did the 1,350. We're down to 1,470 now. This is our last run. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Now, if I add this, and this, guess what? It's going to add up to 30. So I got 30 total days. And I'm gonna multiply all those together real quick. 1,500 times 11. And then so I've got 16,500. That's what that is. Now I'm gonna go 1,650 times 3, which is 4,950. And then I'm gonna do this one right here. 1,350 times 10, right? Plus the last one, 1,470 times 6 days. And that is 8,820. I'm going to add all of those up, okay? So I got 16,500 plus 4,950 plus 13,500 plus 8,820. Okay, so I've got grand total 4,3,770. What do I do with that? I have to divide it by the total number of days. Remember, average daily. So there's 30 days in our cycle here. 30 days. Okay, this is going to give us our ADV. So let's divide that by 30. And it's 1,459. Now, usually I'm giving you that, but we can figure that out because that's something we learned on part 2. So I've got my step 1. Step 2 is what? We have to find the daily periodic rate. And how do we find that? We need our APR divided by 365, right? So what's our APR? If we look up here, it's 17.99. 17.99, I'm going to clear that again. I got 17.99 divided by, let's scoot that over just a little bit, 365. Wow, there we go. So I got 0.4, I'm sorry, there's a 0 in there, 0.049, we're rounding to the thousands, right? But we have to change that into decimal form because that's still a percent. We divide it by 100, I get 0.00049. I'm going to circle that because we're going to need that. We're going to need that. Okay? Number 3, how many days? And we said it's going to be April, so it's 30. 30 days. Now we're ready for finance charge. Remember, we have our ADB times our daily rate, remember decimal, which is right here, 0.00049 times days, which was 30. What goes over here? ADB, right here, 1459. I'm going to throw that into our calculator real quick. 1459 times 0.00049 times 30. Boom. Finance charge of $21.45. Notice I have to round 45 cents. Now, new balance. New balance. We found our finance charge. That was the first cost of doing business. He had $21. That's what it cost him to do business with that credit card company. Now, we have to find what his new balance is for next month. So it says here, what is the ending balance? Well, remember we found the ending balance after all those purchases, all those payments, is $14.70. What was his finance charge? $21.45. Well, all we have to do is just add those two together. If we add these two together, we have our new balance, and that's what he's going to have to pay off going into next month. So that's the previous balance for the next month, okay? So if I add those together, I've got $14.70 plus 21.45. His new balance is $14.91.45. And we just add these together. So I got $14.70 plus 21.45 from above, and it equals our new balance. I hope that helped. I mean, you always want to know how they figure out what your new balance is going to be. Well, this tells you how it's going to be done. Hopefully that helps.